Most Etsy shops, they fail because they started with a product instead of the market. You have a great idea. You spend weeks in making it, but what you got? Crickets. Today, I'm going to show you the exact data-driven framework I use to find products that are practically guaranteed to sell before you even make them. No guessing, no hoping, just the math. First, we look outside of Etsy. What's on the trend? What's the evergreen product? So what's the difference between the two of them? Of course, we need to join the bandwagon of trends, but also we need to get also an evergreen product. So what's an evergreen product? Like for example, evergreen product are like wedding invites, digital planners or planners. Of course, there's corresponding year for it. And then also we can create as well some Shopify templates or even Canva templates. Meanwhile, for the trends are like, for example, the coquette style. So most of the times I usually use Google Trends or even eRank, Every. So there's a lot of SEO friendly websites that you can find which are the trending products right now, even in TikTok, by the way, or Instagram, because some people, they're using that platform to drive people to their Etsy shop. Sometimes I do that myself with Facebook. So now we go to the source. We're looking for a sweet spot wherein there is high demand and low on competition. So if you're going to search a gold necklace, there are 2 million results and you will never be found. But if you search custom bird flower necklace, like for new moms, especially right now, Mother's Day is coming, the results dropped. This is a market that you can win. And there's a lot of tools that like I said a while ago, that you can use, like eRank or Evervy or Ehon, to see estimated monthly sales for each competitors. And at the same time, what I also do is, there's a trick that I always do from eRank. That's what you call the listing optimization. You'll go to listing optimization and then you will go to compare listings. Now, this is the fun part. If I wanted to check a certain product, if it's on the trending or they're getting sales from yesterday or even today, I will just copy the link. Okay. I will copy the link. Then we'll go to eRank, paste the listing ID here or the URL, and then click add. So in here, you can see the total views, the listing age, the hearts or the favorites, the processing time that they usually do, because it's also a competitive part. If, for example, these people wanted to have like an immediate gifts, like on the next day deliveries, estimated sales and price that they're doing, and also the total revenue. And also, if you're starting, categories is very important as well, on which category that you will put your product. Like for example, this one, this personalized leather photo album, they do it with the crafts and tools, canvas, surface, journals, and albums. Very specific, but it has this kind of keywords that has the same with the title itself. And then the fun part is the tags. Tags is very hard to find, especially if you're just starting with your Etsy shop or products that you're getting or you're having. So we'll go to the drop down and you can see the tags that they were using. So what I usually do if I'm going to do the same product like they do, I just do copy the tags that they're using. This is the 99% wherein the sellers stop, because it's where the money is made. Find the 3 top competitors that you will have in your niche and go to the reviews and filter their most recent review and lower ratings. Why is that? Like, let's say if the customer says, I love the design but it's too small, kind of idea will give you the insight that if I'm going to do the same design maybe, or tweak it a little bit, but the size is a bit bigger to the customer liking, I can go to that kind of design. Or maybe I can adjust the price according to the customer's budget. but without even compromising my product or even my profit as well. Of course, you need to always check as well your profit margin. So in the end of the day, you are not reinventing the wheel, but you are fixing a problem that is already existing already. Because most especially, we just wanted to cater the solution to each problem that's on the market. A product is only perfect if you make money, and you need to account all of the Etsy fees that they have. Like, for example, the listing fees, the Etsy ads, or even the marketing fees, the transaction fees. There's a lot of fees that you need to know, especially if you are just starting Etsy and if you want to gain some profit from it. And of course, we're starting a business to make a business and not to give it like as a giveaway. And the last part, don't buy 500 units of inventory. What you can do is buy a little amount of that product, like let's say 10 items, just to secure some items with you, and then take a lot of pictures, talk about it, create a email marketing about it, or even talk about more on your social media. Once you know that it's getting a lot of tractions or attention from the customers or your audience, then that's the start. That's the way that you can start buying a lot of inventory. Don't be like me. Or if you want, you can go for a print on demand, just to be safe. Print on demand like Printify or Printful are very helpful, especially if you are just starting your business. And if you're going to start a digital product, it's also easy because you don't need any inventory, just your time, and do a research about it. Of course, as much as possible, try to find an evergreen product that you can sell, that even though that you make it today, tomorrow it will sell again. So always remember, Etsy is a marathon, not a sprint. Take your time, find the perfect product, do your research, and just keep on listing because you want your shop to be full of products. That's wrong. As much as possible, try to niche down which one is working. At first, I know you wanted to try which one will work. It's fine. But once you know there's one product or two products that already works, double down on what's working. Good luck. Toodles!